Thanks for purchasing your Milestone Jetpack. We're going to do a little demo here on how to open the box and go fly, because that's what we're here to do. Alright, so you'll res the box on the ground. You're going to open that and put all of the contents into your inventory. It'll probably go into a file called Jetpack or Milestone Jetpack. You get a flight suit, so just go ahead and wear. There's three items: pants, undershirt, and the jacket, and you can modify those to some extent. Basically the white color you can change to another color, but that's about it. So you're gonna go ahead and wear the flight suit like the one I'm wearing. Next thing you're gonna do is decide whether you want to have a combat. If you want to do combat, then you need to res the Milestone Jetpack Vice weapon that's boxed and copy that also into your inventory. There's a couple of gestures in there, one's to reload, one's to set the gun to semi or full automatic, and you'll need to go ahead and activate those so that you can fire the gun and reload it if you choose to do that. That's a separate attachment to your avatar. It's not part of the vehicle. Okay, the next thing we do is we're going to put the harness on. I'm going to put on the full-size one, but there is a smaller version in the box, so if you have a female avatar or one that's smaller, then you'll see one that says Milestone Jetpack Harness small version. So you can go ahead and wear that one. In either case, when you put them on, they should fit reasonably well. I have made that modifiable, so you can go ahead and make it slightly larger if you've got the smaller one, or even larger if you have the larger one. But the one I'm wearing now, you can't make it smaller, so if you need it smaller, then just go ahead and start with the small version, and then you can make it bigger if you need to. Okay, so we have the harness on. The next thing we're going to do is put the helmet on, and we'll select the helmet and wear it, and that'll pop onto our head. And the next thing, you can either put the visor down or have it up. It's your choice. To put it down, you just click on it and it'll go down. And if you want to put it back up, just click on it again to put it back up. Okay, now let's res the jetpack. We're going to go ahead and do that and put it somewhere close by, and we'll res it. If it's out of your view or you need to move it closer, and go ahead and do that, you can move it around under Edit Objects. So once you have the jetpack res, you'll notice that it might take a second or two, because it is all sculpty creation, and it might take a second or two for it to all res in. The gauges are working, both temperature and pressure, and so we'll go ahead and right click on it and select pilot, and then we find ourselves in that animation for flight. So you should be in the vehicle. It's not a wearable, so you're not wearing it. It is an actual flight physics vehicle. Okay, so the controls are pretty basic. To start the vehicle, we'll use S to start and S to stop. Controls for moving left and right are the left and right arrows on your keyboard. For throttling up, forward, and or throttling backwards to make our set. When you are flying above 0%, in other words 10, the vehicle will rotate. It'll bank instead of just turn. So that's how you get the banking, is to get above 10% throttle. Okay, so as far as the demonstration go, let's go ahead and start the engine now. You'll see some particle effects in the real one that is initially only when you start the vehicle. After it's running, then the particle generator will go away, except for the ground effects. Now you'll get some ground effects that will be a cloud around it, just like it would be in real life. And of course, as you gain altitude, then that effect will go away. It changes when you're over water. It'll turn to water particles, and over ground it'll change to ground particles. So let's go ahead and start it. We're going to type in S, and then you're going to hear the sound generated. And now where our flight physics are enabled, so we can go ahead and see that the aircraft is now generating a particle. And we'll go ahead and use page up to make ourselves go vertical. And if we want to rotate at 0 throttle, we just rotate ourselves around using the left and right arrow. And if you want to go backwards, then use the backward arrow. That puts you at -10%. And then forward puts you in forward motion at 10% increments. And we'll stay in a slight hover with a slight descent in hover so that you can land. Basically, you can kill the throttle using S. That'll stop the engine. You'll slowly descend down and stop. Let's go ahead and start it up again, because I'm going to demonstrate flying around. When we go above 10%, you'll see that the throttle changes on the HUD, and we'll go ahead and go into our bank, which above 10% we rotate. Should be able to see me rotate as I do kind of a figure 8 here. If you want to watch your altitude, so you can use page up to do that. And I'm going to go out from the camera a ways here and do a little bit more. Now once we're above 40%, we can do some aerobatics. Just a matter of controlling the throttle like you would in any aircraft, and not really much to it. It's a lot of fun though, and you'll find a lot of freedom as you fly around. Sim crossing should be almost instantaneous. And so enjoy your Milestone Jetpack. And if you have any questions, contact myself, Bancos Milestone, or Bobcat Nielsen. Enjoy yourself, and blue skies. Happy flying.